One small last job I have to do on this Royal Enfield 250 Clipper is replace the rear light unit, which was damaged when it arrived here. The courier handed me the lens, and it was this one here, which is a cheap imitation of the old Lucas 564 type, and I've seen a few of these. They break very easily, as was the case with this one, where someone had obviously in the past tried to super glue the lens on, because there was no sign of the rubber gasket, but there's evidence of glue on the back plate and glue on the back of the lens. Now, the way to spot these really rather cheap nasty imitations is the screws are very long, and they screw into these little brass bushes, which I'm not quite sure how they're attached to the back plate, but they pull out of there very easily. They break out of there, and then your lens comes off with the screws still in, screwed into the bits that are meant to hold it to the back plate. So that's a fat lot of use. And I suppose if you wanted to faff around a bit, you could probably conjure up some sort of repair, but nevertheless it's not a very satisfactory design or setup. So I ordered a new replacement, a Lucas one, and it's got, where this one doesn't have anything on the lens to say anything really, this one, if we can see it, it says Lucas L564 England, and on the back of the back plate we can also see, hopefully, Lucas England. Right, and it's made to the original design, so that's great. That'll be a bit more durable than the one that came off it. But it got me thinking, actually, Lucas England. And here's the box it came in, Lucas. And I think somewhere it says something like authentic Lucas. Oh, here we are, Lucas, authentic classic range. Right, and that got me thinking, Lucas England. I'm sure I've seen made in England on the old ones, and I had a dig around, and sure enough, here's an old original one. And here we got Lucas L564 again. And where are we? Let me just, there it is. Made in England. Okay, made in England. Not Lucas England, but made in England. And there's the back plate, bit battered, it's an old one. Once again, look, Lucas L564, hopefully we can see that, and then down the bottom there, hopefully we can see that, made in England, not Lucas England. So this actually, although it's quite well made and to the original pattern, I've got a feeling it's made somewhere other than England, and they're allowed to get away with saying Lucas England, but not Lucas made in England, perhaps. Here's another interesting variation, if we can see this one. This is an old original Britax light of the same pattern, and that also, hopefully we can see that there, is made in England. So perhaps I'm getting a bit anal about all this, and I'm sure that the replacement Lucas England part that I'm about to fit will be 10 times better than the cheap nasty pattern one that doesn't say anything at all on it. But I have my doubts as to whether it was actually made in England, and it probably wasn't. But it just goes to show how the clever and rather crafty use of words can lead one to believe that something might not be quite what you expect it to be. But at the end of the day, I'll fit this to the bike. We'll have a stop and tail light, that'll work. It'll replace the broken one, job done. But just thought it was worth reflecting on, and it's amazing all these little things that would have you believe that something is perhaps what it might not actually be.